Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Ron Amlin from SBM St. Louis, and today we are honored to have Will Saulsberry from Spectrum Reach with us. Will, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. We always love doing anything with Small Business Monthly, so I appreciate you having me here today.
Well, fantastic, and I'm glad we have you today because, as everybody knows, 2020 has been a really challenging time for businesses of all sizes, particularly
Mhm.
small and mid-sized businesses. And I know Spectrum Reach has done a lot to try to help those companies with those challenges. And I know you guys have a lot of stuff still going on here in the fourth quarter. And so we're glad we could connect with you and talk a little bit about what you guys have been doing and what's still ongoing.
Mhm.
Why don't we start out? Tell me your background and your role at Spectrum Reach.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in St. Louis. I was born at City Hospital on a very cold November Monday a long time ago. So yeah, I've been in and around the city my whole life, except for 6 years I lived in Columbia, Missouri. I went to Mizzou, graduated from there in '04. Um, yeah, I've been with Spectrum Reach for over 2 years now. Been in I'm the field marketing manager there, so I work on the advertising and marketing side. So we work with small businesses to put their commercials on television, basically any screen you can consume content on that you consider brand safe is where we can put your message and help you drive door swings or website visits, whatever you need.
Well, tell me how Spectrum Reach has worked with the local business community here in 2020.
I mean, like everyone else, it's been to use the word interesting, right? Everyone's had to be agile and adapt because we're going through stuff that we've never gone through before and never had to. So, I mean, the first thing we kind of did with, charter communication spectrum as a whole is, making sure people had free Wi-Fi. We gave a free month of services to businesses, internet, things like that. And then for Spectrum Reach specifically, we had an initiative over the summer where it was, if you're a business that wants to come on and advertise, let people know that you're open or how you're working during the pandemic, because every business was kind of doing things differently and they had to reach out to the public and the community, kind of update people so they know what to expect when they come to your business. That's a big thing. So we had a partner in Waymark where people could go make a free commercial that they could use anywhere. They didn't have to use it with us. If they just wanted to make a free 30-second spot for their social media, for their website, they could do that. We had support that way. Just any way we could help, our fellow St. Louisans, fellow folks from the area, whether it's St. Charles on the other side of the river, whatever, just kind of navigate through those, unprecedented few first months where none of us kind of knew what we were doing yet. We were all trying to figure it out on the fly. So to the credit of Spectrum as a whole, they jumped right in and just tried to do everything they could to help, local businesses, whether they were our customers or not.
Yeah, and I know several businesses that took advantage of that commercial
Yep.
program that you guys had. I assume you guys helped a variety of businesses, from the smallest of the small to the larger companies with that program.
Yeah, that's kind of cool thing about my job anyway, is selfishly, is that I get to work with a ton of different kinds of businesses. We have, you know, one roof, family owned businesses or restaurants that you know, they're in, say St. Charles, that's the only place there. That's where all their clients come from. And that's awesome. Those are fun to work with, because it's a little more of a personal relationship. Then we have, big clients that have, 20 or 30 rooftops on both sides of the river, whether it's way out in St. Charles, Winsfield, Effingham, Illinois, all the way down to Arnold. Those are fun to work with as well with from every industry, whether it's restaurants, HVAC, anything like that.
Well, as we're into the fourth quarter, tell me what's going on with Spectrum Reach. I mean, what do you have still going on? What programs that are helping these businesses out there?
So I've been incredibly busy the last couple of months, which is great. For me, it keeps, I think you're the same way. It's like the more I have to do, the more engaged I get. So we've been pushing this initiative called Rebuild My Town. It's going on nationwide, but I'm kind of spearheading the portion here in St. Louis. And it's basically helping the public know what their local businesses are doing and what we're doing to help those businesses regrow and thrive during the fourth quarter. Because we all know, if you own any sort of retail or, a lot of businesses, you make a huge chunk of your money during the fourth quarter, during the holiday season, right? And we want to make sure that people know how to shop at these places safely, um, how to order things online if they can, so they can order online and work with their local businesses during this time. Just kind of help um, our clients and businesses around here educate the public on what they're doing. So a big thing we have going right now is this thing called the Rebuild My Town Support Local Mosaic Initiative. And you basically, if you go to spectrumreach.com and you can click on Support Local, it's super easy to get to. And especially in St. Louis, St. Charles, anywhere around here, we're doing this big mosaic thing, which is a huge initiative we're pushing here region-wide, where you can go, whatever your business is, whether you're a client here or not, you upload a photo of your business. It can be, if your owner is a local celebrity, if, you have a great logo, your storefront's kind of, what people know you for. You upload that photo, you then put in some info, where you are, your website, and you'll become one part of this giant mosaic, which is where a bunch of little pictures come together to make one big picture, which is, the riverfront downtown, the most, iconic view of St. Louis. And then in that directory, which we'll be promoting all through December, your business will be listed under the industry it's in, where people can then come and find local businesses to work with. And we'll be pushing that out through our own inventory of digital, social, everything we can do just to drive local people to shop and support local.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Tell me, business owners are always into their why. Small business owners are always into the why. So why is Spectrum Reach spending this time and these resources to help these local businesses?
I think the big thing, which is, I sound like a company man, but one of the reasons I love working here is that, we're a Fortune 100 company, but we're the local cable and internet company. So I think I was talking to our regional vice president, Cindy Schultz. I think we have somewhere, Charter Communications Spectrum as a whole, like 10,000 employees in the St. Louis region. So everyone who's watching this either knows someone that works Spectrum Charter or has a neighbor, a cousin, something like that. So it's like we're your local cable and internet company. And so like I said, I've been around here forever. You can tell by my hairline, I'm not very young. I like your haircut as well. That whether it was the blizzard of '82, the flood of '93, the economic downturn of '08, all the way up now to COVID in 2020, is that when chips are down, our backs against the wall, whatever the cliche is, one thing I've always noticed is that St. Louisans, we always drop the nonsense and we kind of rally around and help each other. That's what I've always noticed. I don't care what you look like, what you believe in. If your neighbor's driveway is snowed in and you guys vote for different people, you still go over there and help them shovel it. You help the old lady down the street rake her leaves. That's what we do here. And Spectrum as a whole, especially here in St. Louis, has that same mentality that, business owners aren't just our clients. These are our neighbors, our cousins, our friends, our buddies from high school that own a car dealership, or, our friend from college that now owns a pizza shop in Maplewood, anything like that, where we got to help those folks out because they've always been there for us, buying our internet, buying our cable, advertising with us, and we have the wherewithal to be there for them, and we have to do that. It's not a question of, I know you feel the same way when someone needs help and you have the ability to help them. It's your moral and civic responsibility to do so, and that's why we're doing it, and that's why Spectrum as a whole is doing it. And that's one of the reasons I really like working here, is because that's the way I was raised. The way my parents raised me was that if someone needs help, you help them out. And I think that's the main reason why, is people needed our help, and we're like, okay, that's what we have to do.
Well, and I'm glad we have you on today, because I think you're right. As Spectrum is such a large company, and they have so many different services with cable and now cellular services, and there's so many services. I think business owners forget sometimes that Spectrum can be a great resource to really and partner to really grow their business and really promote and make their awareness out in the public greater. And I think people forget that sometimes because, Spectrum is so big and they have so many different services.
Yeah, one of the things that I've learned of the people I work with here, whether it's in the advertising kind of section where I'm in, and then folks in Spectrum Business or in Spectrum Enterprise, is that we treat every client like they're our only client, which is how I'd want to be treated. But remember that whoever your rep is at Spectrum, they have dozens of other clients, dozens of other customers. And if you need something, it's just a great way to network. We can recommend you, if you own, I don't know, a shop somewhere and you're like, oh man, I need the roof replaced on this place. Reach out to your Spectrum rep. They'll be like, oh yeah, I know a guy, or I have a client, I can recommend him personally. It's just the way you do with anything. Whenever I need something, I'll always reach out to the other folks there. When I needed a new car last year, I reached out to, some of the salespeople and said, hey, what are some great dealerships I can go to? This is the kind of car I want. And they recommended it for me. And that, as everyone, is going to make you feel better when you call that place like, oh yeah, my buddy Jason Smith said this is a guy I can call that I can trust. Just reach out to your Spectrum rep, whoever they are, and they will put you in touch with someone who is honest, has integrity, and will help you like your family member. So
I love it. I love it. So if we want to learn more about Spectrum Reach, what's the best way to learn more about what you guys offer? What's the first step?
Easy. Just go to your, computer machine, whatever you use, your phone, your tablet, your laptop. Just go to spectrumreach.com. Everything's there. Everything's right there on the homepage. It's easy to click through and you can find wherever you want. And anyone can always reach out to me as well. You can find me on LinkedIn, William Saulsberry. Whatever you need, I can get you in contact with someone at Spectrum that can help you out.
Fantastic. Will Saulsberry, Spectrum Reach, thank you for joining us today. And we're all going to contact you and figure out how you can help us as we end this 2020 and start to head into 2021. So thank you.
Fill up my inbox with all your questions. It's the more questions you send me, the less spreadsheets I have to do. So send that my way, and I'll be very happy to email you back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.